This video and every other video on this channel is brought to you by our channel members. Join today for early access, bonus content, and more. Hey, let's live universe, it's Center number 3, and the Doctor. We normally do that the other way around. Yeah, that was weird. And welcome back to WWE 2K25 Universe Mode. Welcome back to total non-stop action. Welcome back to TNA Impact. We are kicking things off strong tonight here on TNA. As tonight, it is about pick your poison. That it is, as Ray making his way out to the ring first. We heard him tell why, just 2 weeks ago, why he did what he did to Xander a few weeks ago at Emergence. Putting Xander down and out for the count. We've neither seen nor heard from him since. And now tonight, as we head into the big Ray and Carnold first time ever showdown coming up next weekend and against all odds for the vacant Grand Championship. It is pick your poison. That it is. Ray and Carnold have each picked an opponent for one another here tonight. Ray out first to compete in his matchup. Carnold will be competing later tonight against Ray's choice and opponent. As now, who did Carnold pick? Oh, alright, here we go. One of the few men on this roster comparable in size to Ray. It's Jake something. Jake something in the house, making his way down to the ring. Jake something marching down to the ring. We saw him emerge last week in the Call Your Shot Gauntlet won by Connold. That Grand Gauntlet was certainly something, to say the least. Although it definitely was something. Jake something was in it. I'm real tired of your shit, Doc. So, Jake something has made his way down to the ring. Ray and Jake something kicking us off here tonight. Without any further ado, go ahead, say it. The big trucks is gonna eat the little trucks. Jake something immediately grabbing Ray, bending him back. Clothesline, taking him down. Into a cover out of the gate. And Ray, not even a 1 count. Well, now we're going to really see what Ray is all about in this ring. Following his shift in attitude. Well, Jake something, hold on. Jake something showing his strength here. Getting Ray up. That is impressive strength on the part of Jake something. An almost unfair feat of strength for the first 3 minutes of the damn episode. Jake something now getting picked back up. Ray knocking him back here. And Ray into a German suplex. Folding him there. Ray getting Jake something back to his feet here. And Ray getting hung up by Jake something there. And Jake something seemingly having an answer for almost everything Ray is throwing at him here so far, but wait a minute, Ray taking him down. And now Ray, wait a minute, grabs Jake something, hitting him with the overhead belly to belly, taking him down there. Ray getting Jake something back up to his feet now, and Ray with Jake something into the corner. Big clothesline there, taking him down. Well, we're going to have to hope on Carnold's part that the poison that he picked was going to be enough to take down Ray. Ray going down and ground a pound. Ray taking him down again now. Jake something down here. Ray getting him back up to his feet now. And Ray firing away at Jake something again now. Ray with a big punch there. Jake something grabs a hold of him, pulling Ray in, getting him up. Oh my god. The strength on display of Jake something as he takes down Ray. Carnold may have picked the perfect choice to be Ray's poison tonight. Really seems like it, as Jake something body slamming Ray. It was more of a Michinoku driver on that one. But Jake something showing off his strength here tonight. This is kind of the first time we're getting to really see Ray against someone from the TNA roster like this. Ray raking the eyes now. Ray! With the headbutt. Leveling the playing field a bit there is Ray. Jake something countering though. Sending him into the corner now. Jake something Grabbing Ray. Here we go. Launches him into discus forearm, taking him down. Ray is down. Jake something. Jake something's got Ray up. Hold on. The strength on display there from Jake something. Picking Ray up with relative ease. Count of a counter again now. Jake something. He's going to do it again. Taking down Ray into a spinning Blue Thunder Bomb. I don't know if Ray was expecting to be outpowered like this in this matchup, but Jake something is really just showing what he's got. But Ray now answering back. Ray sweeping the leg. Jake something going down now. Ray getting him back up to his feet here, and Ray Wood with Jake something throws him across the ring into the corner now. Ray with a massive boot. And he grabs Jake something by the head. Ray now hits him with the Diamond DDT. What is Ray thinking now? Ray, what are you doing here? Ray. Diving spear. 1, 2, 3. Ray finishing the job pretty quickly there. Jake something was powering him all over that ring, but finally, Ray turned things around, hit the Diamond DDT, then came off the middle rope with a diving spear. What a way to kick off TNA tonight, huh? Suppose so. Ray managing to take down Jake something tonight. Ray wiping him out there. Jake something and Ray, a war they went through tonight. Hell of a battle there, but then Ray hit that big boot in the corner. Followed up, as you can see here, with the Diamond DDT. And finally, a diving spear. And when someone like Ray dives at you from the middle rope with a spear, you're not getting back up. Ray with the win. Ray and Connold in just 9 days, rather. TNA against all odds for the LS11 Universe Grand Championship. It's gonna go down. We got more coming up next on TNA. Hey, boss. Good to see you. I was wondering if you got the package I had sent to you. Yeah, Chris, I did. I love it. The new rims are looking great on the Texas limousine. Cool. Now, while I was thinking about it, I just wanted to ask, did you get my text? I did, and completely unrelated from the new rims on my limousine, I did want to let you know I have made it official that next weekend at Against All Odds, it is going to be Chris Danger versus Taija Ishimori for the X Division Championship. A pleasure doing business with you, John. As always, Chris. Well, folks, we're going to jump right into our next matchup of the night. That is right, folks, as, suppose should we maybe talk about the fact that Chris Danger essentially just bought himself an X Division title match? I've seen people do worse. Fair enough. As coming up next here on Impact, we have got a #1 contenders match to the Knockouts Tag Team titles. As the Inspiration, who unsuccessfully fought for the gold at Emergence against the Queen Circus a few weeks ago, making their way to the ring tonight, looking to get another opportunity at the gold here tonight. That is right, the Inspiration, Jessie McKay and Cassie Lee, back in action tonight. Finally have returned to LS11 Universe after a few seasons away. Part of the TNA roster as it stands right now. That they are. And they are taking on a new duo tonight here on Impact. Out first, we saw her in singles action last week. As out first, here comes Starlight Kid to the ring. Starlight Kid ready for action tonight. Came up short against Elena Black, the number one contender to the Knockouts title last week, but now she's back in action, and I think she's the right height this week. I think so. It looks like she's not a giant anymore. As Starlight Kid makes her way to the ring, a standout from Stardom in Japan. So young, still so young, yet so experienced in this business. She's almost qualified to work a job in America with that description. And she's like, what, 23 years old with like 9 years of wrestling experience already? Yeah, she's almost qualified for an entry-level position at $7 an hour in America. Harsh, but true, with how this country works. Real fast backwards around here, isn't it? Yep. Starlight Kid makes her way down to the ring, and she's teaming up with an LS11 original tonight. Making her return to LS11 Universe. At long last. She's finally back. It's Jessica Enigma. Jessica Enigma is back. One of the fan favorites from LAW. Making her return tonight, Jessica Enigma. Back in action tonight. We haven't seen her in quite some time. She got that championship match she was owed in LAW, and then we never saw her again. But she was one of the few LS11 originals to make the jump to TNA. So, without any further ado, let's do this. The two masked women versus the inspiration. It's two masked women. Yep, she's the right height now. She is the right height. Small but mighty. That is the best way to describe Starlight Kid. Jessica Enigma, or Starlight Kid's caught now by Cassie Lee. Jessica Enigma now into a bulldog, taking it down. Enigma now. Here we go, coming in forward. Drop kick into the head. Jessica Enigma, or Starlight Kid rather. Coming in strong here. Starlight Kid now looking to redeem herself of the last week's loss to Elena Black. Well, hey, don't forget, Doc, it took more than one of Elena Black's jaded DDTs to put down Starlight Kid. That it did, much to the shock of some people, even though, you know, it often takes more than one finisher to put someone away in LS11 Universe. That's just kind of how it works in some cases. Off the ropes now. Whoa. Cassie Lee looked like she might have been looking for a spear there. Tag made to Jessica Enigma. Jessica Enigma, you forget how tall she is until she steps in the ring. What a stomp there to Cassie Lee. Starting out strong in this matchup is Jessica Enigma. Remember, she was signed specifically to LAW by the Quizmaster. Although over a year ago now. We had our new Superstar Initiative in LAW. Each of us were part of the board, was signing new members to the roster week in and week out, and seeing if they could earn their keep, and if they did, they would get a full-fledged contract, and they would get upgraded off their per appearance deal. Jessica Enigma, one of those that satisfied that agreement, one of those that impressed many in the LS11 universe. Many thought she was going to be the one that beat Elizabeth Bell for the LAW Women's title at one point in time, as Jessie McKay entering the mix now. And Jessica Enigma went on to win the Natty Memorial Battle Royal at Xandermania this year as well. And now look at her competing on TNA Impact. That she is. Count up a counter now. Now Jessica Enigma going for the ropes here. Gets caught though. Swung around by Jessie McKay now. And McKay has got a hold of her into back body drop. Taking her down. Jessie McKay now getting her back up to her feet here. And Jessie McKay pulling her in now. Has her. Lifts her up. She's got her up. And she has got her down there. Jessie McKay into a cover now on Jessica Enigma. Kick out. And now Jessie McKay avoids her here. Countered Jessica Enigma. Back up to her feet here. Jessica Enigma. Big uppercut there. Takes her off her feet. Getting her back up to her feet now. And Jessica Enigma with Jessie McKay. Throwing her across the ring into the corner. Tag made to Starlight Kid. And here we go. What are they thinking here? I think they're going to think of a double back body drop. No, they're going to hit a double flapjack instead. Starlight Kid getting fired up here, but a tag is made to Cassie Lee. Starlight Kid running right into her. All four of these women have got a lot to prove tonight. Big powerbomb there from Cassie Lee. That's right, the Inspiration. They've got a lot to prove tonight, as do Starlight Kid and Jessica Enigma. The Inspiration's got to prove they've still got it after years away. Starlight Kid's got to show what she's made of heading into the World Cup here soon. And confirm she's going to be part of it. And Jessica Enigma's got to prove that she was worthy of getting a contract here in TNA as an LS11 original, because not many did, and some LS11 originals that didn't get contracts here are still pretty bitter about it. Well, you know, when your record in LAW stood at like 2-17, not guaranteed to get a contract. Big knee strike there from Cassie Lee, though, and Cassie Lee. Jessica Enigma countering now. What an uppercut there from Enigma. Jessica Enigma getting her back up to her feet here. Big kick there. Roundhouse kick again. Jessica Enigma has got it down now, and Enigma grabs onto Cassie Lee, getting her back up to her feet now. Right up to Jessie McKay. Firing away at Cassie Lee again now. Jessica Enigma knocks it back here. Going up to the top rope now, and Jessica Enigma, whoa, shoved off the top rope. Jessie McKay taking her down there. Putting her right in position for Cassie Lee to get her up now, and Cassie Lee taking out the arm. Tag made now. Jessie McKay is back in now, and Jessie McKay. Diving fist drop there, taking it down. Takes it down now again into a cover here. Cover. For the one, no. And now, Jessie McKay puts her in the corner here. Jessie McKay talking some smack here. Countered by Jessica Enigma. Jessica Enigma rolls it through. Into a big stomp there, taking it down. Goes into the top rope now, and Jessica Enigma, what is she thinking here? The Enigma looking to shoot and score here tonight. Oh, went for a diving DDT caught by Jessie McKay. McKay taking her down now, goes for a kick. Jessica Enigma. For a counter now. Now, there's the roundhouse kick again. Jessie McKay taken down now, and Jessica Enigma drives onto it now. Jessica Enigma kicks her in the midsection now. Jessica Enigma stacks her up, rolling it through now. Cover. 1, 2, no. What is she thinking now? Jessie McKay taken down. And Jessica Enigma drop kick into the back, taking her down. Enigma now getting her back up to her feet here. Jessica Enigma grabs Jessie McKay, throws her into the corner. Starlight Kid's back in. They've got a real big and little dynamic going on here. I mean, Starlight Kid barely stands over 5 feet tall. In fact, she might actually only be 4'11" from what I might remember. Starlight Kid standing moonsault, but she flies around that ring like a pinball of sorts for the one kick out from Jessie McKay. Of course, as we said before, we talked about Starlight Kid being in the upcoming Women's World Cup. We'll announce the bracket for that once Xander is back. So Jessie McKay dished out that big boot to Starlight Kid, saved by Jessica Enigma. Now Enigma taking out, Jessie McKay taking out the arm of Starlight Kid. Going up to the middle rope now, and now Jessie McKay going for a big splash. Starlight Kid out of the way. Starlight Kid, what is she thinking here? Starlight Kid now grabs onto Jessie McKay, gets her up, and slams her down. Into a cover now for the 1, 2. No, it's saved by Cassie Lee. Starlight Kid's going up now, and Starlight Kid to punch hers and Jessica Enigma's tickets to Against All Odds. Frog splash into a cover for the 1, for the 2. No! Near fall there for Jessica and Starlight. And now Starlight Kid grabbing onto Jessie McKay. Knocks her off the turnbuckle. Tag made to Jessica Enigma now, and now Enigma wiping out Cassie Lee. Jessie McKay starting to get back up to her feet now. Mexican Destroyer from Jessica Enigma for the 1, 2, 3. Jessica Enigma and Starlight Kid are heading to Against All Odds. A big win for those two women tonight. They punch their ticket to Against All Odds, where they will challenge the Queen's Circus for the Knockouts Tag Team titles. A massive win for these two this evening. So, the inspiration again back to the drawing board for them. What the hell do they do next? As Enigma and Starlight Kid with the win tonight. That running Mexican Destroyer was insane from Jessica Enigma. That it was. You can see that she'd taken down Cassie Lee and then bam! Dropped Jessie McKay on her head. Starlight Kid and Jessica Enigma with the victory. We've got more coming up next here on TNA. My fellow TNA roster members, this is your former TNA World Champion Mustafa Ali speaking. Last week, you saw a member of my campaign, and 2 weeks ago you saw two more. I have reworked my party and my cabinet for my return to TNA Wrestling following the travesty that was my loss last time of the TNA World Championship to Crooked Keith Lee in the triple threat with Sleepy Joe Hendry. And now, as I seek recoronation as your TNA World Champion, I find myself with a revitalized and revamped Ali campaign. The GYV were doing a terrible job as my Secret Service, therefore they've been fired and thrown to the scrapyard that is the vortex of the Aaron Stevens family. They can have fun floundering with the man of a million disguises all they want over in DPW and Ring of Honor. I have now recruited the fearsome Akam and Razar, the authors of Pain, who we saw what they did to those morons, the incompetent Jadam, 2 weeks ago. My other former advisors are no longer needed. Their services no longer required. Who you saw last week in the Call Your Shot Grand Gauntlet, the Maharaja and inaugural LS11 Grand Champion Raj Desi is going to be my vice champion when I am world champion once again. And this lovely young woman standing behind me, the beautiful and talented Harley Cameron, is going to be my new head of PR and publicist for the Ali campaign. The five of us together will soon be running Total Nonstop Ali, as I will reclaim my TNA World Championship from Bald Bishop Baron. The authors of Pain will send Sanity to the insane asylum where they belong, locking them up and taking those TNA Tag Team Championships. Harley will take the crown of the Queen of Spades and become the Knockouts Champion. And Raj will be the true international peacekeeper of Total Nonstop Ali when he takes the International Championship. I am Mustafa Ali, and I approve this message. Alright, well, it's time for the other Pick Your Poison matchup of the night. That it is, as here he comes to the ring, the Exterminator. Connold in the house, following last week where he won the Call Your Shot Grand Gauntlet. That he did. Connold got the win last week, last beating Chris Danger in the Grand Gauntlet to go on to Against All Odds next week, where he will fight for the Grand Championship, the vacant one. So, Carnold making his way to the ring. We saw he picked Jake something earlier tonight. It didn't go quite as well as Ray was hoping, or as Carnold might have been hoping. And now Carnold makes his way to the ring tonight. Let's find out who Ray picked for him. Oh boy. Oh boy indeed. Because it's the leader of Bullet Club TNA, and he's got the X Division champion by his side. It's Zack Sabre Jr. making his way down to the ring. ZSJ is Carnold's opponent tonight. So Zack Sabre Jr. So, Zack Sabre Jr. and Carnold for the first time ever. Let's do this. Carnold and Zack Sabre Jr. Who'd have thought we'd see the day this matchup went down? True. As they lock up here, who's going to get the better of this early going here? Zack Sabre Jr. is one of the best technical wrestlers in the world. Carnold, as we know, is a bit more of a brawler in that ring. He's really got to try and fight this one into a brawl rather than a technical matchup. He's not doing a great job of that out of the gate here, Carnold. Well, like you said, is a bit more of a brawler, and we're seeing that with Zack Sabre Jr. now. Oh, but Carnold caught with that roundhouse kick. And Zack Sabre Jr. now grabs a hold of him again now, and now Zack Sabre Jr. trying to out-wrestle the Exterminator again. Bends back the arm now, and now Zack Sabre Jr. and Carnold. Swings him around now again, does Zack Sabre Jr. And Carnold's got to try and fight back into this one somehow. Well, wait a minute. He does. He wrenches the arm behind him. Carnold managing to wrench the arm behind Zack Sabre Jr. Back and forth they're going here. Only one can get the better of this exchange here. Zack Sabre Jr.'s got Carnold again. And Carnold fighting back to his feet, though. Carnold. Zack Sabre Jr. trying to wrench that arm bar in again on Carnold. And Carnold fighting back, though. I mean, don't put down Carnold's achievements if the referee hadn't gotten in his way there. The referee did really get right in Carnold's way on that one. He was going for Zack Sabre Jr. and the referee got in the way. As now Zack Sabre Jr. goes for him. Carnold answering back down. Carnold. No, Zack Sabre Jr. rolls through. Big knee strike there, taking him down. Double axe handle. Grabbing a hold of him here. Zack Sabre Jr.'s got the Exterminator back to his feet. Run Carnold across the ring. Into the corner now. Big uppercut. Zack Sabre Jr. with Carnold. Carnold answering back. Carnold wants to keep this as more of a knockdown, drag-out brawl. That's really going to be the only way he really can handle this one. That it is. And Ray, he didn't pick the biggest guy in the company. He didn't pick the strongest guy on the roster. But he picked the guy that's arguably the best technical wrestler in TNA. And he picked a guy that's got backup with him as well. That he did. Taiji Ishimori, the X Division champion. Could be a real, no pun intended, based on the championship, but a real X factor in this matchup for Zack Sabre Jr. As Zack Sabre Jr. taking out the arm of Connold again now. Goes for a roundhouse. Connold now grabs a hold of him here, and the Exterminator's got a hold of him for a massive Uranagi slam. Connold getting him back up to his feet now, and Connold with Zack Sabre Jr. on his shoulders now, and Carnold. No, wait a minute. ZSJ countering. Taking him down. Carnold knocked off his feet now by Sabre Jr. Carnold now pulling himself into the corner here, and Zack Sabre Jr. get the full run-up on him. Knees into the back, taking him down. Going under the top rope now. Carnold down. Zack Sabre Jr. Gonna look to fly now. Zack Sabre Jr. went for a diving stomp. Carnold out of the way now, and Carnold. No, Zack Sabre Jr. countering again now, and Sabre Jr.'s got him. Michinoku driver. Grabs Carnold's leg, pulling it away from the ropes now. Cover. 1, 2. No, kick out at 1. Carnold still in it now. Zack Sabre Jr. picking him back up to his feet. We don't really know how well Carnold pairs and submissions, I gotta be honest with you. It's so scarce we see him in the sort. And Zack Sabre Jr. is a submission expert, so we might have to find out how well Carnold handles a submission tonight. Unless he puts him away here. Watch this, Carnold. Drive-by drop kick. Carnold taking him down there now, and Carnold goes for him, counted by Zack Sabre Jr. now, and Zack Sabre Jr. tying Carnold up in the ropes now, putting a boot into the back of him here. Carnold taken down now, and Zack Sabre Jr. now kicks him in the midsection. And again, kick to the head. Goes for a roundhouse kick, nobody home. Carnold now into... Well, no, Zack Sabre Jr. cutting him off now, and Zack Sabre Jr. Whoa, wait a minute. Taking him down, pulling back on the arm now. Pulling back on the arm, trying to break the arm of Carnold here. Carnold in some serious trouble now as Zack Sabre Jr. wrenching back on his arm. But Carnold, a strike, knocking him back now. And by Zack Sabre Jr. now, and Zack Sabre Jr. midsection. High hook into the back. Carnold rolls back through now, and Carnold, no. Counter for counter here, Carnold. Carnold into the choke. That was how he put Chris Danger away last week. And Zack Sabre Jr. might be in as much trouble here. Remember, Carnold used this choke mainly back when he was a bit of a bastard last year. Oh, and Zack Sabre Jr. kicking out the leg. Into the armbar. Zack Sabre Jr. trying to break the arm of Carnold. And Carnold finding a way out of it again. He does now, and Carnold. Big boot taking down Zack Sabre Jr. now, and Carnold getting fired up here. Here we go, Carnold. Oh, went for the spear, nobody home. Zack Sabre Jr., no, nobody home there. Carnold with a jumping neck breaker there, taking him down. Carnold getting him back up to his feet. And this is the exact kind of fight Carnold wants to make it into. Notice Carnold's stiff strikes have made Zack Sabre Jr. bleed. Where Zack Sabre Jr., Carnold's getting red in certain places. He's getting bruised. But he isn't full-on bleeding like ZSJ is right now. That's very true, Z3. There's Carnold. Oh, what a right hook to Zack Sabre Jr. Now Carnold, here we go. Locks and loads. Superman punch. Oh, wait a minute. Taiji Ishimori, wait a minute. Oh, no. Drop kick into the back from Zack Sabre Jr. And now Zack Sabre Jr. lifts up Carnold, and Zack Sabre Jr. Oh, Carnold's face collides with the ring. I think it caught the ring post a little bit there. And Zack Sabre Jr. might have perfectly been aided by the assist from Taiji for the 630 senton. And Carnold might have been able to close in on the win if he could have hit the spear there. I think if Taiji hadn't gotten involved, hadn't started yelling at Carnold and distracting him, that Carnold might have beaten Zack Sabre Jr. there. But Ray's poison manages to do some damage to the Exterminator tonight. That it does. Taiji Ishimori, the X Factor, like I said he might be. And Carnold is defeated tonight. Carnold tried his damnedest when he hit that drive-by. It looked like it was closing in on a victory for the Exterminator. Carnold comes up short tonight. Right there you can see, it looks like Carnold's face actually caught the ring post a little on the way down as well. And then that 630 senton and Zack Sabre Jr. with the win. And you know Ray has got to be loving that he picked this guy as Carnold's poison tonight.
Right, where do we begin? You all know my name, you know a little bit about me, but I guess for about the last 18 months you really haven't known me anymore, had you? So, let's start from the beginning, because I think after all this time I owe y'all a a real explanation about everything, about what happened. When y'all first met me, I was just Xander's sister. And, I came out here and I cosplayed characters. I wore my LSWF women's title dressed as Hannah. I entered Xandermania dressed as Rogue. I competed at the Royal Rumble, Scorched Earth, and then dressed as Jessica Rabbit. I was kind of the cosplay queen of LSWF. And I stayed that way for a while. You learned a little bit about me here and there, but you didn't really get to know me. And then everything changed in those 6 months away. LSWF went away in July of 2023, and we were back in February 2024 with the press conference, and something seemed off about me then, and a lot of people realized it when I was being a lot more aggressive to everybody. And then at Xandermania 2024, I did what I did. Started being a bit of a bitch. There's not much more way to sugarcoat it than that. What happened back then was, in those 6 months away, I had to find myself. I wasn't wrestling anymore. I wasn't competing. I wasn't anywhere to be seen. And so I was out one night. I was out with some of my friends, and this guy was looking at me in the bar, and he bought me a drink. I hit it off when he said his name was Alexander Blackstone. And next thing I knew, things were going so well that we decided to make an impulse trip out to a little chapel in Vegas, and, well, they said out Vegas, then nothing good ever happens there. And he manipulated me a lot, gaslit me a lot, made me think I was better off with him than I really was, made me think his way, and said I wasn't doing things right if it wasn't being done his way. And after what happened at Xandermania this year, where Jade finally beat me and I lost the LAW Women's title, I realized I wasn't doing things my way, I was doing them his way, and that wasn't right. I told him I was going to come back, I was going to get to do things my way. Well, little did I know I was going to see him lock lips with Casey Styles just a few days later. And now it's a bit of a redemption tour for me. Now I gotta prove that I still got it and I can still be a champion around here, and that I can do it without people backing me up. And that starts first with beating the woman that claimed to be my best friend, but now it's my #1 enemy. And then let it be known that much like they were for the 18 months we were together, Alexander Blackstone's balls are going to be mine. And then, once that's all said and done, you are looking at your next TNA Knockouts champion.
Well, folks, Big Bill already in the ring here. He's cleared way as the personal security for this man. Welcome back to TNA is Jericho. And this is officially the point where we're recording the episode after it's already supposed to be out. Look, man, it was 1 in the morning when the last scene took place, and then this part crashed right about here, and that was about all I could take for the night. So I said, fuck it, let's go to bed, and we'll do it tomorrow. Honestly valid. Do you know people are really getting behind your irrational crash outs? I can't just summon one on command, then it just becomes artificial. I'm just tired, man. But Chris Jericho is here. Of course, Big Bill entered the Call Your Shot Grand Gauntlet last week, trying to get a shot at the grand title against Ray at Against All Laws next week. He was supposedly going to gift it to Jericho. Who said that? Jericho. And how do you feel about Jericho's word? I trust him as far as I can throw him. You had a match with him. How far did you throw him? I didn't. I had to retire after that match. Hi, guys, and welcome to TNA is Jericho. Now, I've got some things I want to get off my chest here tonight, and that is that we are all, myself included, anxiously awaiting my in-ring debut as part of TNA. I know you're all waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. The people are waiting for it. Management is waiting for it. And I am here to tell you all that it is going to happen as part of Against All Odds. Now, I was hoping it would be in the main event against Bishop Dyer for the TNA World Championship, but I suppose we'll get there when we get there. And then it should have been against Ray Wood for the Grand Championship, a match I knew I could win. But, well, someone had to go and screw that up, didn't they? So, speaking of immense screw-ups... Oh my god! Big Bill, you're fired. And I'll see you at Against All Odds. Alright, JT, I had this great idea. Yeah, what you got, Tatum? Alright, look. So, we got wrecked by the Authors of Pain a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, we did, right. But I had an idea. Yeah, you did. Alright, let's hear it. So my idea, I'm listening. Are you ready for this? I'm ready. Alright, so I've got this great idea. Yeah, I want to hear about it. And it's a great idea. Yeah. And so the idea, this idea that I have, yeah. So it's a great idea, but just say the fucking idea already, Tatum. Next week, you and me have another tag team match. I love it. Let's go bother Doc about it. Alright, well, it's... Bloody hell. Is your phone ringing? Yep. Is it Tatum? It is. And JT, in a conference call. You want to go take it? Not really. Should you? Probably. You want me to handle the main event for a few minutes? Yeah. Alright, folks, well, it's just me on commentary for a minute here, which is going to be odd. As making their way to the ring here tonight for the main event, it is NRW. The King, Colton Scribner, the Shooting Star, the Superstar, Adrian Nova, and the only one of the three in ring gear, so it kind of tells you which one of them is wrestling tonight. Shinobi, the assassin of the group, making his way down to the ring. Shinobi going to be taking on the TNA World Champion here tonight in this big matchup. So, of course, Adrian Nova won a big triple threat matchup just a couple of weeks ago to get the opportunity next weekend at Against All Odds against Bishop Dyer in the main event for the TNA World Championship. And now tonight, it is going to be Shinobi in singles action. So, Shinobi has made his way to the ring, and now here comes the champion to the ring. He won the title at Emergence just a few days ago, just a couple of weeks ago at this point, and next week will be his first defense of the title when he battles Adrian Nova. There he is, the Nomad of LS11 Universe, Bishop Dyer, making his way down to the ring. So, Bishop Dyer. Huge matchup here tonight as we get to see just what he can do with that world title around his waist before his first big defense next week. And that's the hard part with a championship, is that first defense is always important. So, Let's do this. Main event time here on TNA. Any further ado, here we go. As Shinobi and Bishop Dyer locking up. Bishop Dyer is deceptively technical in that ring when he wants to be. Oh, wait a minute. Welcome back. Thank you. Things get handled. Yep, they're booked for a tag match next week. Against who? Circus of Chaos. Quizmaster and Triton? Yep. Oh my god, Shinobi! What a takedown to the TNA World Champion there. And what momentum would this build for Shinobi tonight if he could beat the TNA World Champion? You would have to think he'd have to be in consideration to be next in line, whether it was Adrian Nova or Bishop Dyer walking out of against all odds with that championship. You're absolutely right, as Shinobi with that big kick there taking him down. Shinobi's got a hold of him here, and Shinobi sending Bishop Dyer into the corner now. Big clothesline. Down he goes here. Dyer is down. Shinobi going up to the top rope now, and Shinobi gonna look for, went for diving stomp. Bishop Dyer grabs a hold of him, throws him off the ropes now, and Dyer's got him. Spine buster again to Shinobi. Bishop Dyer now getting him back up to his feet here, and Bishop Dyer goes for a kick. Shinobi swings him around. Forearm strike. Grabs him from behind. Shinobi into big elbow across the midsection. Bishop Dyer taken down now, and Bishop Dyer. Shinobi firing away at him now. Shinobi knocking him back. Spinning wheel kick into slice spread. Into a cover now. But only a 1 count there. Bishop Dyer not put down even close just yet. Big elbow strike. And Bishop Dyer, he wants to slow things down. Dyer, we know, prefers a more slow and methodical pace in a matchup like this. That's very true. As now Bishop Dyer has got him back to his feet. Forearm strike, knocking Shinobi down to one knee. Hits the ropes and punching him across the head. Shinobi's no stranger to being a singles champion. We know that. He's a former LSWF World Champion. Granted, it was the shortest reign with the title out of anyone ever, lasting only about 5 minutes before he dropped it to Colton, who cashed in Reality Check on him. That is true. As, wait a minute, deep six from Bishop Dyer on Shinobi for the 1. Kick out from Shinobi there. And now Bishop Dyer coming in for the clothesline. Shinobi and Zagari, both men down. But, as I was saying, Shinobi is a former LSWF World Champion. But not only that, he's multi-time tag champion along the indies as well. But he won that world title. There is no denying that. He beat Adrian Nova clean to do it as well. He just never got his chance to win it back. And I think one day, Shinobi is going to be a singles champion again. It feels very possible as he misses that frog splash there. And Bishop Dyer going for end of days. But now Shinobi answering back. Right hook's knocking him back now. Shinobi ducks under him now, and Shinobi taking down Dyer again. Bishop Dyer down. Shinobi for the 1, for the 2. Kick out from Bishop Dyer. Shinobi going up to the top rope now. Shinobi going to look to fly again. Looking for a diving stomp. Bishop Dyer. No, counted by Shinobi. Now Shinobi. This is where the pressure is on for him against the world champion. That it is. We've seen a lot of stars have big breakout moments like this. In matches like this, I think a match against a world champion where many are counting you out is where we've seen a lot of stars be made in LS11 Universe. Need I remind you about a guy named Joe Hendry that once took TNA World Champ, or at the time Impact World Champion Jeff Hardy to the limit on one of the first episodes of LS11 Impact 4 years ago, 3 years ago almost now, rather. Very true. That was Hendry's first big singles match in TNA. He would go on to become TNA World Champion. Now he's part of the Monday Night Raw roster. And now Shinobi with another sliced bread. For the 1. Kick out from Bishop. Bishop Dyer's got a hold of Shinobi here. Bishop Dyer's got him for another chokeslam backbreaker there, taking him down. Bishop Dyer now picking him back up to his feet. And Bishop now with Shinobi off the ropes. Pops him up. Spine buster. Taking him down. Bishop Dyer with Shinobi. Getting him back to his feet. Wait a minute. Colton. Well, Colton now. NRW doesn't normally play dirty, but it seems that they're willing to make an exception tonight. And now Bishop is down across the ring, and Shinobi misses the stomp, but is still heading through the ropes here. And Shinobi, right hook connects down. Shinobi, massive DDT to Bishop Dyer. The world champ is down, and Shinobi, what a shooting star! My God! For the 1, 2, Bishop Dyer is still in it. Shinobi is up to the middle rope now, and Shinobi with that double axe handle again. Shinobi has got Bishop Dyer down now. Shinobi. Shinobi now grabs a hold of him. And now the Nomad. No, counter for counter here. Bishop Dyer into a second. Deep 6 to Shinobi. And now Bishop Dyer, wait a minute. Launching him across the ring. Bishop Dyer. Big pounce into the corner. Oh, wait a minute. We're seeing Bishop Dyer go up high. We don't see this very often, Doc. And sometimes I'd say it's for good reason, as Shinobi got out of the way. Shinobi now, roundhouse kick, knocks him down while he's on his knee. Into another roundhouse. Follows it up. Floats over. Hurricane Rana. Both men down. Bishop Dyer pulling himself up in the ropes now. And Shinobi. Shinobi starting to get on a roll here. Shinobi. Stomp to the midsection there. Bishop Dyer. Counter for counter now. And Shinobi. Wait a minute. Shinobi. Gary connecting. Taking him down again here. And Shinobi. What is he thinking here? Well, he's not thinking much right now because both men are down. And Shinobi, what is he thinking now? Shinobi. What a stomp! Trying to cave in the skull of the TNA World Champion. No! And now Shinobi's going to try it one more time. Hits him with a second one. But Bishop Dyer has that never say die attitude. It's like a whole new competitor ever since Baron Corbin was released. And Bishop Dyer entered the world of the Indies. Wait a minute. Shinobi flew too close to the sun. End of days. And Bishop Dyer, I think, knows one might not be enough. So he hits him with a second. And that second one may have also just been to put the exclamation point on. Bishop Dyer with the win. Just like that. Bishop Dyer with the win tonight over Shinobi. A hell of a battle in the main event of TNA Impact tonight. That it was. These two took each other to the limits tonight. Shinobi, we saw a whole new side of him tonight, singles competitor-wise. Those two stomps to the head of Bishop Dyer were vicious, but in the end, your winner, the TNA World Champion, the Nomad, Bishop Dyer. That's going to do it tonight for TNA Wrestling, everybody. Until next time, well, actually, no, you know what? We did the intro the wrong way around. Let's do the outro the wrong way around. Until next time, everybody, I've been Zenner number 3. I've been the Doctor, and that was Universe. Special thanks to $10 and above Patreon backers, JJ Gyllenhaal, Tech Nizzle, and Harry Willetts. Patreon is the best place to support me directly, and you get main event, Honor Club, Let's Play content, and more.